changed the way I think. Okay, to the question. When a musician is composing his next song, he goes experimenting with his guitar or piano, and that has something to do with music and the end result. When a painter starts his next painting, he makes sketches, and that has something to do with the final painting. But when a filmmaker makes plans for his next film, he has to write a screenplay. Now, writing as a medium hasn't got anything to do with the final film that involves picture and sound moving in time, as you say. So my question is, how do you feel about this?
I feel that the writing of a screenplay has everything to do with picture and sound. Because the writing of the words, as I said earlier, you write the words so that when you read them, they bring back that idea that came. So you can read, I can read my script and the idea comes back. With that idea comes the sound, and sometimes you make some indication of the sound in a screenplay. You make some indication of a mood in a screenplay, some indication of the picture in the screenplay, all based on that idea. So it's a blueprint, just like in building a house. It's not the house, it's a blueprint. And you follow that because that reminds you of the idea that drives the boat. And you stay true to that idea in every element, all through the day of shooting. All the elements, the feel of that light, the colors and the placement of those things, the way the person's dressed, the way they speak, soft or loud or slowly or fast, and because it's just following that idea, and you try to get every element to feel correct as you go. And you can, if you want to refresh the idea, you can read the script again, read the script, and just follow those ideas and stay true to those ideas, and away you go.
But still, it is changing the actual medium.
You don't change the meaning of anything.
The medium, I mean, when it's about music...
No, the idea is there. And this is the cinema idea. It's an idea that comes, that are scenes, characters, talking, their personality. It's a cinema idea. The words are there just to remind you. It's not a word thing. It's the language of cinema. The words are there just to remind you of the idea that came. You're aiming toward the language of cinema. And so when you get the idea, you see it's a cinema idea. That's the language it's supposed to be told in. The words are there in the middle just to remind you of that idea.
Yeah. But if you're a composer in a music band, you can play the tune you're working on a piano, so that's kind of the same stuff. But
no, if you're a composer, you see that if you play it on a piano, it'll give you some certain feel. If you play the same thing on a guitar, it'll give you another whole kind of feel. So again, there's the feel that tells you the instrumentation and the speed of it, the octaves or, where it falls, high or low. It tells you, and then if you start playing a different instrument, it'll give it another kind of feel. So you'll find the thing that feels correct.
So do you think that it would be it would be the same if you if you were working on something music and you just wrote it down like it should sound something like this?
Yes, it would be in a way. If you could write it down to get that feeling, but then you read it again a couple weeks later and the thing might, it's harder. You've got to write the notes out and then maybe some words.
So shouldn't films be made so that the notes of cinema can be somehow put and not turned into text and writing?
Yeah. Lots of times I draw little pictures, and are several little lines of pictures for sounds and maybe picture as well. But the words are, if they're written right, they'll remind you of the idea.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.